The jig is up. It's not 2008 anymore. I suspect all white cargo vans. I'm all about the off-road style vans, lifted two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive conversions. It's funny when I get comments from people telling me I'm not doing anything to my van, I'm leaving it stock. I'm all about the stealth. Your plain white cargo van is not stealth. Every time I see a white cargo van, I'm suspecting someone's living in there. Solar panels give it away too. Rolling in the pasta rocket today. I suspect box trucks too. U-Hauls also. I've seen that YouTube video of the converted U-Haul truck into an apartment. Yeah, your plumber racks are not fooling me. That disguise no longer works. Someone's living in that too. Life is too short. Make your van look cool. You know how you know you have a cool looking van? You do this. You walk to the store, and then you look back at your van. You walk some more. You look one more time. Yeah, that's nice. Rolling in the van today. I had a gigantic crack in the windshield. Finally got it replaced. $280 Safelite, and they go to your home. I want Brooke to have a nice view when we drive to Utah and drive back. We're driving like 1,600 miles total on this trip. So yeah, May has been a total shopping spree for this van. Windshield, cooling system. I'll show you guys what else I'm about to buy and have bought. Of course, the high top at almost 9 grand is the big one, but I bought a bunch of other stuff. Van and Camp window covers, they don't do the sides, so I did some research. Who does the sides? Landa Covers, they do the sides. So Landa. I might get it for this window, but my intention with this one is to have these on Velcro so I could take them off whenever, if I want to use this as an actual viewing window. Portable AC, Bluetti. Yeah, straight up shopping spree in May. So I'm thinking about getting the Wasatch Overland pop-out ventilation windows. When I'm there, I'm just going to ask them if they have it on hand. If they have it on hand, why not? I'll buy those too. I was ready to quit my job in January, but enough people liked me to say nice things about me and get me in a different department. Now I love my job again. It's been a long time since I could say I love my job. I feel very blessed, but since I do love my job again, I figure let's go all out. Let's spend some money, make this really cool. I love going camping with Brooke. It's my favorite thing to do. So I just want camping to be the best experience for both of us. I have a lot of ideas in my head for videos, but if I were to do it all over again, I would have got the U-joint two-wheel drive lift kit. But when I got the Weltec, the U-joint two-wheel drive lift kit didn't exist yet. So that's for another video. So my buddy Carlos Choco, he messaged me, asked me when I'm going to Utah. He told me I'm free to stop by his house. And yeah, we had a small chat about it at the Lifted Van Meet. So he went to the Lifted Van Meet March 2024, or was it 2025? But he didn't have a high top roof yet. And after that meet, he got a high top roof for his van, and he said, I'm gonna make this the way I want and have a good time. And I love that a lot of you guys are doing that, putting money into your vans to make it the way you want. Life is too short to roll in a stealth van. Like I said, the jig is up. Nothing is stealth anymore. You know what stealth is to me? A minivan. No one suspects a minivan. You see a minivan, you just assume it's a mom taking their kids to school or to soccer practice. Any big van, any box van, I'm assuming someone's living in there. So you know what? Make your van nice. Make it something you're proud of. Shout out to my buddy James. He showed up at Lifted Van Meet November 2025 with a stock cargo van, stock height, street tires. He did a great job, but even though he did a great job, looks like he's getting some sick add-ons. I saw the reveal. He just got one of these installed, an aux locker. I'm looking forward to what else he's about to do. So he had a stealth van and he's unstealthing it, but is it unstealthing if they're not stealth to begin with? So yeah, life is short. Drive something that you will enjoy looking at, that you're proud of. This is what happens when a car enthusiast modifies a van. I'm a car guy, so I had to make my van look cool.
It's a good turnout, good people.
Get the circle here. That's my buddy Stephen. There's Honey on street tires.
Street tires, baby. Street drive. Open differential.
One-wheel drive.
One-wheel drive, baby.
Oh, at least for now. It's gonna be a locker, lift kit, or a sprinter. We don't know, but still come over, James. When you love your job, it just seems like money accumulates a lot quicker, and it's easier to spend when you actually love your job, because you know you're not all miserable and every paycheck, you know, it just feels like a grind. Took everything off the back so that Wasatch has an easier time working on my van. Yeah, I want to thank everybody who supports this channel. Thanks for all the thumbs up, the hypes, helps this channel out a lot. My last batch of videos for the last 2-3 weeks, and any van topic that I upload, new subscribers are rolling in, so stay tuned. It's gonna get better. Needs lift kits. Camille went on a shopping spree after the lifted van meet November 2025. Check his channel out. He's been uploading a lot lately. I saw you talking to Carrie way back there, Carrie and Bigfoot 4x4. What are you planning on suspension, if anything?
Suspension, well, I'm getting a 5-inch lift on it, bigger tires, probably 35s. I'm thinking a locker on the axle, and obviously, you know, air compressor and all that good stuff.
We had a lifted van meet last month. We headed out again this weekend, and this guy right here probably spent the most money after the lifted van meet. There's his van right there. Now it fits in with the lifted Econolines. I'm documenting everything when I go to Utah, get the high top. I hate how this van handles on mountain passes. So hopefully the high top roof doesn't make it a lot worse. I know it's gonna be a little worse, but I hope it's not a lot worse. And that's why 13 years later, you know, if I were to do it over again, I would have got the U-joint 2-wheel drive lift kit. Why 2-wheel drive? Just because that's kind of the identity of my channel. A lot of you subscribe to me for the 2-wheel drive lift kit, so it would have been cool to have more experience being able to compare the U-joint 2-wheel drive with Action Van and Weltec. U-joint's product just looks a lot more solid, like it looks more hardcore, so I know it's going to be a lot more stable with a high top roof. Maybe later, maybe in the future. We'll see how my channel grows. I've been making lifted van content for 13 years now, and I love how it's evolving, where so many of you are doing it the right way. Back then people were just getting lifted and putting bigger tires and being done with it. Now you guys are getting the proper re-gear, rear locker. A bunch of you are getting progressive springs. So it's cool to see. Then you guys are going to influence me to do the same. So I'm thinking of getting 1-inch spacers on the front, on each side. Nothing crazy, 1 inch. So I regain my front width. The Weltec lift kit sucks in the front track 1 inch. So I figure if I put a 1-inch spacer on each side, I'm actually an inch wider than it was stock, and 1 inch shouldn't be too crazy. When I get it done, I'll go ahead and just get the wheel bearings refreshed, you know, so it'll be good for a long time. I know with wheel spacers, it wears out the wheel bearings a lot faster, but 1 inch shouldn't be too bad. There's a new coolant hose right there. But yeah, I really want to find a way to get the sway bar back in. Weltec deletes it, and then my buddy Joey's for it. She got progressive springs and a Hellwig rear sway bar. Joey and Paul are headed out soon, so be safe, you two. Be safe on the road. Enjoy your van with the progressive springs and the rear sway bar. But I'm gonna start off small. Maybe the wheel spacers will help with the stability, and I'll be happy with just that. But I'll document everything for you guys. Always have to get the perspective for you guys. Stock height van. Driving a lifted van is so awesome. And if you got a U-joint 2-wheel drive lift kit, you could fit 37s on it. See, I would do that if I had the U-joint off-road 2-wheel drive lift kit. 37s, just because they fit. Action Van suspension and Well-Tec Designs 5-inch lift kits. Most people put 33-inch tires. You could fit 35s with a little modification. But yeah, if you get an Action Van or a Well-Tec, this is how high you sit. Nosebleed section. The U-joint, you're just sitting even higher. So there you go. There's some perspective for you guys. Sitting up in the nosebleed section. 8 miles per gallon. That's just running errands. But look at that temperature. 185 degrees. But yeah, when you mod slowly, like this van, my money has gone into it over the past 6 years. I started out with a $6,800 van, and now it's up to $23,000 with the high top roof, lift kit, locker, re-gear. But yeah, if I were to do it over again, U-joint off-road 2-wheel drive lift kit. But like I said, that wasn't around in 2021, but we'll talk about that later.